What's up, everybody? Dirty here. No, it's been quite a while since I made a video, primarily because it's been, I don't know, in the 20s outside. I just don't feel like working when it's that cold because I don't have a heat in my shop. Well, I do, but you're good for about 4 hours till you're dead. That's my heat. So I can only have that on for so long before I start getting a headache and kind of call it a day. So, but today it's supposed to get up pretty close to the 60s, so we're back out here on the Jeepster. Let's take a look. So we got this side all done. Don't mind the noise of the heater. We got a patch panel welded in right here. Got the rocker all done. Look inside here. I did some seam sealing on the back edge right there, the front edge right there. This part right here needs to be seam sealed also, but it also needs a little bit of mud, some wonky spots. So I didn't seam seal inside there yet. Primarily because I'm not the one going to do the body work on this. So the underside's all done, seam sealed. I just got to undercoat it. I'll probably wait till I get the other side done. So let's go over there and take a look. All right, so this is the inner rocker on the other side. I already cut the outer off. Looks like I'm gonna have to remake this piece on this side as well. This side of the rocker is not too horrible. I'm not gonna put the whole rocker in. My plan is to come up 2 inches. I'm gonna split it up right here, which on the back side right here is the rear cab mount or body mount. That I had to cut off the other side and make, which was not fun. So as you can see here, I started drilling out the spot welds. So what I'm gonna end up doing is probably cutting it right along here and then go 2 inches all the way down to there. So that's where we're at for right now. I need to get this done and out so I can get going on other stuff. So let's get to doing some cutting and figuring stuff out. All right, so right now what I'm trying to do, it's really hard to see, but from about right here down was welded. I think it's probably welded on both sides along with the plug welds. So trying to get that broke loose. There we go. There we go. It's like I missed a plug weld. So it looks like I missed a plug weld right there. So we're gonna get that out. And I am just using regular drill bits for this. I do have spot weld cutters that I probably could use, but I don't want So as you can see, I missed that one. Just was off a little bit. These are not easy to see on this thing because they're not like your regular spot welds that has a perfect circle. They're kind of a pain to see. So I think we're pretty close to getting that one off, because what I got to do, I got to get this released because that's part that I need to replace. I might need to do a little replacement in here too. We'll see when we get that off all the way. It is a little rusty, but I can treat it if it's not too bad. Turn that around. All right. About time to get me a new Sharpie. I'm dying over here. All right, so back here, as you can see, you can kind of faintly see a spot weld right there. But oh no, that is the ones I need. I need to find from here down, because I'm going to cut it right next to this drain, which was plugged. Shocking. And then we'll cut this straight down, drill out these spot welds for this little lip right here is the rocker. So I'll find these spot welds, we'll drill these out, and then we'll make this cut all the way along here and then up across, and then that's it. And then all this will come out. There's a couple different ways you can find spot welds. Sometimes sandpaper, other times you don't need sandpaper because you can see them. Usually don't use angle grinder because that has a tendency of making them disappear. You can kind of see them. Measuring device. Good crooked straight line. And that's where we're going to patch it. And the reason why I'm putting it right here on both sides is because it has structure behind it, versus if you were just to butt weld it on this side over here or in the middle. In the middle would be okay, but instead of butt welding it over here, there's nothing behind it supporting it. So with this being a Jeep, which it probably never is going to go off-road, the flex and stuff in the body, and that'll end up cracking, versus where if it's right here, I can make this gap a little bit bigger, and even along with the plug welds, weld to both of these sides and to the body mount, which will make that really strong. And that's my plan, is to leave this a little bit wide. So I'm not cutting all the way through, and the reason for that is this is a big flat panel, and if I was just to cut all the way through and just run the blade down, it's going to get really hot and it's going to distort. So I'm trying to keep my distortion down to a minimum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably take about 3 passes along this to scribe my line, just nice and good. Do it 3 times, and then I should be through to where it's not going to be, it's going to heat this panel, but hopefully not too much to where it distorts it really bad. Alright, now we got a good template. Kind of good. Well, it's not good. That's why we cut it out. So now you can see where I made my cuts. So don't mind this. This is where I had to cut that weld out. But There's still enough left on the cab mount here, same as the back. And then I'll be able to run a weld down that to that. Then over here, as you can see, it's not straight. This is bent because of the weld where it was welded. So I'm going to grind this down. So I'm going to hammer this flat. That way I have a good template. Pretty close to good. Good enough for the girls I run with. So what I'm going to do is leave a little bit on this front edge just to have some wiggle room. So what I'm going to do is I got this mapped out where I'm going to make my cuts. So now I'm going to cut this out and we're just going to pray for the best. Alright, so we got it cut out. Battery died. So that's the fit, and I know it looks like there's a really big gap there, but it really isn't that big of a gap. Okay, it's just because it's separated. So you can see up in there, and then over to here. So the old one come to about here, and this one comes to about here. So that's going to work out really good. Got it to the front edge. So I'm not going to bore you with cleaning up and prepping and all that stuff. I'm going to have to clean up, do some weld through primer, and get it all prepped and ready to go. I'll bring you back when I get it all set in place perfectly and we start burning it in. Okay, so we're back. I got the panel cut, prepped. I got all the prep work done. Here I'm gonna have to hammer that down, but that's no big deal. It's got our gap. I got this edge lined up, and I got this edge, as you can see, it's just a little bit above this. That's where I put the other one. So now it's time to burn it in, and then I'll give you an update. All right, we're back at it. Quick check-in. I'm gonna take a break. It's about lunchtime. After 20 minutes of trying to find my aluminum straight edge measuring device, I finally remembered where it's at. Locked up at my neighbor's house. When I was working on his ute, I took it over there. That's something else that'll be coming to get to see here shortly. But let's check out what we got done. So we got the plug welds done there, and I started working on doing my stitch welds. Got the buttoned up back there. I really need that straight edge though, because this is too long of a piece, and I need it so I can make sure it's not getting warped. So it's pretty good this way. Can't see much daylight for most of it. Get a little daylight, a little more. Oh, disappeared. But I'd really like to measure it this way, because that's pretty close. A little bit of daylight. But when you get up to this area, you can see it's not quite there. So we're gonna take a break and we'll be back soon. All right, this is where we're gonna leave it at for today. It's about 2 o'clock and we got it burned in, ground some, not all. We got to go back with a hammer and a dolly, straighten it out a little bit, do a little bit more grinding, and then, you know, hit the spots that didn't get welded. So with that, that's where we're going to leave it. And thanks for checking us out. Y'all have a great day.